Hello, this is Heinrich back with a Sunday serving. Words of hope and truth from the gospel. You know, God is a God of justice and of mercy. Both are important. God's law of righteousness is given to us because He loves us. He loves His creation and all people, and He wants it to go well with us. A sense of right and wrong is an innate part of human nature, of our heart, of humanity. It's really present in everybody, in every faith, every culture, in a similar way. The idea of justice is related to law and order, and it's very important for health, for safety, for flourishing, especially so the weak and the helpless don't get trampled on or taken advantage of. But justice can sometimes be harsh, especially if we find ourselves on the wrong side of the law or of righteousness. Unfortunately, the tendency to fail is the most reliable part of being human. But is this an excuse? Should we throw out law and justice? No, for sure not. But perfect justice, God's justice, makes room for mercy. What is mercy? Mercy is patience and understanding of pain and failure. It doesn't ignore justice, but it gives it another chance. And it gives people another chance, even and maybe just because we don't deserve it. God loves mercy. He invented it, and He offers it to us. If we recognize and accept God's mercy, and if we learn to be merciful to our enemies, then justice is built up. Forgiveness and restoration are really a fruit of mercy and of justice, and they work best together. Let's look in the Bible for something about justice and mercy. If we go right to the beginning of the Bible, right after the story of creation, we see a wonderful example of God's justice and mercy working together. So in Genesis, in the first book of the Bible, in the first chapters, we can read the story of creation, how God created the earth and everything in it, how God made man in His own image, Adam. And then He gave him a companion, a wife, Eve. And they had everything they wanted. Perfect bliss in paradise. There was nothing unpleasant, nothing bad or wrong or painful. There wasn't even a whole list of do's and don'ts, but there was one. Genesis 2:16 says, "And the Lord God commanded the man, 'You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good or evil. For when you do eat of it, you will surely die.'" So that's what it says in Genesis. Sounds pretty simple, right? You go ahead, make yourself a home, enjoy everything. Enjoy this fruit, that fruit, do whatever you want. Just don't eat of that one fruit from that one tree that I marked over there, or else you will die. So God made it perfectly clear. He laid down the law, and He spelled out the consequence of breaking the law. Then He also left man free to make his own decision about obeying the law, that whole thing of free will. He didn't build a big fence or put up razor wire or stop them. He left it up to them. Well, free will is a difficult thing. Would you know it? Before long, Eve and Adam just couldn't resist the temptation to push the limit, to question and test God and the law, and they ate the forbidden fruit. And then what happened? They were ashamed, and they hid. And they realized they were naked, so they dove for the fig trees. Well, God warned them, but did He kill them with a bolt of lightning? No, he sought them out. He called for them. He said something like, "Where are you?" It doesn't tell us in the Bible that God got really angry, or that thunder and lightning or hail and brimstone came from the sky to zap them. He just calmly questioned him. He said, "Where are you?" And what happened? Adam blamed his wife, and his wife blamed the serpent. Excuses, right? So I guess that's where we get it from. Well, God could have gone off on them in righteous anger, but He just asked them. This is the question He asked them. It says in Genesis, "What is this you have done?" What is this you have done? That's a good question. When we consider justice and judgment, if someone has done something wrong or been disobedient, like our children, or if someone's hurt us, it might be a good idea to ask that question. What is it that you have done? And let them consider it and have the chance to see it themselves and maybe try to make it right. So in the story of Genesis, God gave out justice. He didn't let them completely off the hook of his original death sentence. But, and here's the important thing, he used mercy. And that's amazing. It tells us how he cursed the snake, the tempter, but that's kind of beside the point in this story. But then he told Adam and Eve the specifics, the consequences of what would happen because of their disobedience, the banishment from the Garden of Eden, from the perfect garden, the suffering and the toil that they would have to go through, the sweat of the brow, earning their living, growing things, and eventually to die, to death, returning to dust from whence they came. But first, before that happened, a chance at life, at work, at family, at forgiveness, at coming back to God and being faithful to his commands. It wasn't death by the sword or by firing squad or lethal injection or something like that. It wasn't even prison. But even with that stay of execution, we are not at the real mercy part of the story yet. And here's the best part. So Genesis 3:21, it says this after that story of being banished. It says, "The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them." Isn't that amazing? He made garments for them out of skins and clothed them. You know, God didn't really care that they were naked. That wasn't a problem in paradise. But they were being ousted. They were being sent out. And they were ashamed. And I guess God knew those fig leaves weren't going to last very long. But God could have left them on their own out in the cold to figure it out. But no. He showed mercy, compassion, and love. He cared about them. He made them great clothes out of animal skins. Imagine the work that took. You know, we kind of just go over that, but think about it. God made them himself. He would have had to kill one of his own special animals, sacrifice it, and skin it, and prepare it, and stitch up the clothes, and fit these brand new buckskins, and send them off in style. You know, it's kind of like if you kick out your lazy son from your house, and you give him a brand new Ferrari to drive off in. That is more mercy than I would have. But God is true mercy and justice. You know, at this point, I was kind of planning to do a skit here with Richard about his new clothes from God, but that's probably going to be too much to take in, and anyways, Rich refused. So here's the point. Remember this. God can still clothe us today when we feel naked or ashamed of our failings, if we're vulnerable or out in the cold. Now, of course, the best mercy, the truest and greatest story of mercy is the story of Jesus, who God sent here to the earth to give his life, to shed his blood, to die as a sacrifice for our sins, so that we can be forgiven and our disobedience to God be forgiven, and that we can live up to his justice and righteousness. But God wants to show mercy. He does. And he wants us to be merciful to others. He wants us to forgive our debtors, our enemies. He told us to feed the hungry, to give water to the thirsty, to clothe the naked, and to help the sick and the imprisoned. And so each new day, when we dress ourselves, we should remember Adam and Eve's leather clothing from God, a gift of his mercy. And we should go out and live justly. We should appreciate justice. We should appreciate law and order. But we should also show mercy and thank God for his justice and mercy. Thank you for listening. God bless you.